nobody knows. And I sure don't know. And I think anybody who claims that they know what this is going to look like in 5 years or 10 years, maybe even 1 year, is probably lying to you. We know that what we used to do is for the most part dead. And what I mean by that is that print journalism used to be the way it was done, and that was about it. And that, of course, is no longer the case. Newspapers still have a very important role, but our resources are diminishing. And a good way to illustrate that is that when I started at the LA Times 8.5 years ago, we had over 1,200 reporters and editors around the world. And today we have fewer than 600. And readers get the wrong impression. Sometimes readers think that we've made this decision to provide less news and a thinner newspaper. And that, well, what are the editors thinking? The editors are thinking that they wish it were different, but the size of the newspaper and the size of the newsroom depends on how many people are buying the newspaper, and more importantly, how many people advertise in the newspaper. And the revolutionary change, of course, with the advent of the internet, is that advertisers in any community, instead of having just 1 or 2 options on where to put the local car dealership ad or the department store ad, now have thousands of options. The internet has opened up so many different opportunities. One little irony here is that as we figure out how to stay in business, the number of our readers has multiplied tremendously, because when you count the internet visitors, we're getting millions of people in a month who come to take a look at the LA Times. And the problem is, as the word that is used in the industry now is, how do you monetize that? How do you build a business model that works? And nobody's got that figured out. At most newspapers right now, the advertising revenue on the website, despite having more readers than the print side, takes in only 10% of the total ad revenue. That's pretty much an industry standard. So if you're going to have all of those readers, but they're not paying for a subscription online, and you're not getting as many ads, the business model is broken. And many smart people are trying right now to fix it, and nobody has come up with an answer. So nobody knows what's going to happen. There is some hope. There are reasons to stick with journalism for anybody who's interested in a career there. It's that storytelling, whatever the format, is always going to be an important part of national discourse and the local conversation. We're always going to need people to go out and find interesting folks to write about and to examine public policy issues and to keep readers well informed so they can make intelligent choices about their representation.